Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show,
a weekly podcast from your new internet book besties.
We discuss all things spicy books and mix in a little bit of motherhood, life, self-care, and everything in between.
So sit back,
grab a beverage,
and let's chat.
Hello, and welcome to the Smut Show. I'm Neely.
And I'm Rachel, and we have another Just Us episode today. Not bookish, maybe like a little bit bookish, but
I feel like it'll be a little bookish. But we're talking about self-care. We're big self-care girlies on this pod, and this was actually back in the day when I asked people for non-book related topics. This was a big one that came up a bunch, which was just like our guide to self-care, things we do for self-care, our thoughts on self-care as moms, as women. Things like that. And before we get into it, self-care is just not taking a shower. I don't like when people are like, I showered. I'm like, that's not your self-care. That's human need.
Like you have to do that. So,
but before we get into all that, should we do some ones and fives?
I would love to.
Okay. So you start. My 1 and 5 are related. My 1 is that my kids were not in camp, but now that's my 5 is that they're in camp now. But so they got out of school Charlotte got out 2 Thursdays ago, Liam 2 Fridays ago. And like we were leaving town Saturday. So it was fine. We got back home Wednesday and again, it was fine. And then Thursday, like midday, I was like, this isn't great. Because it's just a lot of like fighting. And so Friday I decided to have a babysitter come for the morning, which was wonderful.
Nice.
And then in the afternoon we had a lemonade stand with friends up at their school. We used the school because it's just like a better traffic
that's such a good idea
situation. So we went up there and did that, and then they played on the playground for a couple hours.
Perfect.
And then Saturday we had the busiest day ever. We had to be in Plano for a birthday party at 9 a.m. For my cousin's kids who were turning 2 and 3. And then Liam had a 1 p.m. piano recital, and then we had a block party at 5 and didn't get home from the block party till almost 9, which is real late for my kids.
Same.
And I came home from the block party and I was like, thank God we have nothing to do tomorrow, because I was like, I need one whole day where we do nothing. And so my 5 is that this morning I dropped them off at camp at 7:45, and I will pick
and they
them
were
up
excited. They were ready to go.
Oh my God, they flew out of the car. Could not wait to go. They love this is the 3rd summer they've been to this day camp. They absolutely love it. It is a 90-second commute from my house, which like can't be beat. Price wise, it's like super price friendly. Liam's age gets to go on field trips once a week. So this week they're going to Topgolf.
Fun.
And Charlotte will get to do that next summer. But like they have splash days. They do like archery tag. Cool. Liam is making a piñata this week as one of their crafts. Which he was like weirdly excited about. On Fridays they have this thing called Carnival, and if you're picked by your group to be like camper of the week, you get to pie a counselor in the face. So Charlotte got to do it last summer. Liam's never gotten to do it. And they get like prizes from a treasure box. It's like a whole thing. So they're pleased as can be to be at camp. And so they're there, and I'm like, bye.
Get see ya.
My car.
Goodbye. We had the same thing where we did not do camp last week. And they started camp today. And it was fine. Like they were actually pretty sweet last week. Like they did a really good job, but of like not killing each other. But it is impossible to get anything done. Like my brain cannot be divided like that.
It's the noises for me. Like it's not even like our kids are at ages where like for the most part they can entertain themselves.
Totally.
And, like be fine. But it's still like you hear them. And my kids,
I hear them and I'm like, okay, it's the constant, like, do I need to go down and intervene, or do I need to go down and check on them, or are they fine? And so it's just like my brain is constantly divided between like one ear is on them and like trying to figure out like what's happening versus like trying to get anything done. It just was not happening. And then I was trying to like work on the couch for a little while so I'd be closer to
I cannot work
the
on
playroom.
the couch. I used to work on the couch all the time, and I'm like, I work on the couch and I'm like I'm going to fall asleep. Like, I cannot do it.
And I was working on, like, content, and, like, now the kids can read, and so I'm, like, working on, like, spicy quotes.
Oh, my God. Liam will, like, try to read my texts, and I'm like, can you not?
Yes. And then, like, Lainey just, like, comes in over my shoulder and is like, what are you doing? And I was like, hi,
What's
you
a
can't
vibrator?
Be here. Yeah, I'm like, I need you to not be right behind me reading over my shoulder. So, yeah, I wouldn't say, like, last week was not necessarily a 1-star. Like, they did do a great job, but I think my 1-star would be that I just, like, did not get anything done. And then my 5-star, so my book, So Entirely Yours, has been with betas for the last couple of weeks, and several of them are finishing. And
do you go in and see the comments, like, as they're doing?
So I've been kind of, this one's working a little bit different than how I did it last time. But I've been kind of going through and, like, making edits as people comment, and going through, like, chapter by chapter and just doing some updates and stuff. So I see some of them, but I just see them, like, as I go through. I don't open, like, when I get the emails, I like I've turned those notifications off, and don't look at it until I'm, like, going through and ready to, like, make changes based on what they said. But apparently it doesn't suck. So I'm, like, really thrilled to hear that.
I can't wait to read it. I'm excited.
I was, like, very worried for a while that, like, it was just a piece of trash, and I have been told it is not. I don't know if people are lying to me.
No one's lying to you. I can't wait to read it. I'm so excited.
But it's nice to have it. Oh, absolutely.
Rachel forgot to give me an ARC last time. It's fine.
I did. Because you didn't fill out my form.
I didn't know I needed to fill out the form.
You don't, but everything, I live and die by forms. And so, like, even with the book fair stuff, I'm like, if I told you something, that is so great. I am really glad that past Rachel told you that. I still need you to fill out the form, or else I will, like, if you are not on the form, I will forget you.
Type B you are, but type A with stuff like this.
Well, it's because I'm type B, I need to be type A. Like, there are some things where I'm like, I need to do it by the system, or else I will forget that I have said that I will do something. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my 1s and 5s. Not really. I don't really feel like there's been any really, like, 1s. It's been a good couple of weeks. So,
okay. So, hold on. Now I've lost my train of thought. So we were just on an episode and we were talking about summer romances. And I read It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan.
Yes.
We were talking about that. It was really good. And was it you who, like, there's, like, one book of hers that you read and it was, like, too much of a slow burn for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Nora goes off script.
They're all a little bit of slow burny.
Yes, but they are.
I really, really liked this book.
I do like her writing, and it's nothing against her writing. I think that she's, I think she does a really good job of straddling the line between, like, romance and women's fiction.
Yeah.
And then she also, like, I'm pretty sure it was somebody else. Never mind. But I think she, like, appeals to, like, a wide audience, and I think that's good. Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, that's what I read. Yeah. Another thing that I'm watching, and I don't know if this counts as, it's on TikTok. Can we count that as watching?
Sure. Yeah. I
am so obsessed with the Diddy trial. Like,
I don't know how you watch that.
Well, you can't watch the trial because it's
not watch it, but, like, I don't know how you, like,
consume the content. I mean, honestly, I've heard so much about him at this point. I think I've, like, desensitized, but he is a bad man. Like,
I just saw, like, obviously you can't avoid it. And so I've seen, like, little bits here and there, and, like, things that I have seen, I'm like, I just, I can't, that is, like, too heavy.
If I never hear the term freak off again, it will be too soon.
Honestly.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
But just, like, the amount of abuse that he, and not just the one that everybody saw, but just, like, the amount of abuse he inflicted on people, verbal, emotional, physical.
Yeah. It's awful.
It's that. But then, like, I saw something the other day that, like, someone asked Trump if he would consider pardoning him. And he was like in his douchey way is like, I don't know, like we'd have to see.
God.
And
He's the worst. I
wouldn't
hate
put
him
it
so
past
much.
him because he pardoned the Grizzlies. And I used to be into that show. I used to watch that show all the time.
Actually, that does not surprise me. That feels like a show that you would watch.
Yeah, before I knew how bad of people they were. I was just like, oh my God, these people are weird. But yeah, like I used to watch it.
Why are they
$36 million of bank and tax fraud.
Okay.
So like the kind of people he would pardon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people are all like, well, Joe Biden. I'm like, listen, I don't think anybody should get to pardon people. I'm very much, you do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, I know it's a gray area, but I'm like, this was like it was one of those things where I was like, I was surprised, but not surprised. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, nothing really surprises me anymore, I feel like.
No. And I read it and I was like, that makes total sense.
That tracks.
And I mean, his daughter, I'm sure all of them are like super MAGA, like love Trump, big Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Y'all, if you've been listening to this podcast for 3.5 minutes, you know where Rachel and I stand on this.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to make it political. I just am kind of like, the reason I brought the Grizzlies up is that like, because he pardoned them, like people are like, oh, are you going to pardon Diddy? And like, I swear to you, if he pardons Diddy, I don't know what I'll do. Like,
that would be insane to me.
It makes what R. Kelly did look like nothing. Like it literally, and R. Kelly is in jail, I think, for life. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
A long time. But it's been really interesting, but because it's a federal case, they can't televise it. Because everyone's like, well, why is it on TV? And it's like, well, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp were on TV. And it's like, well, that wasn't a federal case. It was a civil case. And not a lawyer, but might as well be at this point because I've watched so much.
Yeah. I'm like, this is all foreign.
At this point,
language
I'm
to
an
me.
Attorney. But yes, it's wild. Anyway, all right, you reading, watching, doing.
Okay, wait. I also have a 1-star. I just remembered. I fried the shit out of myself in Florida, and when was that? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Are you peeling still?
I am still peeling.
Sunburns are hard.
Driving me nuts.
Both my kids are peeling on their faces because they get that like raccoon eye burn. It's like the only burn my kids get, and nothing I do.
My kids also insist on putting their own sunscreen on. Do your kids do that?
No, my kids. I don't allow my kids to do that.
Yeah,
nor do I allow my kids to brush their own teeth. They want to put their own
sunscreen on, but then they're like literally wiping down their nose and then like wiping like just missing spots all over their face, and so
absolutely not.
Okay, what I've been reading and or watching, I talked on the last episode, I've been watching the originals. And then I read, since we last talked, I read Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. Loved it. And then I also read a Dramini fanfic called Love Fool, which was a great time. So highly recommend that one if you are a Dramini reader. And that's what I've read lately. And then I'm slowly working my way through Winging It With You. Like I talked about on last episode, I've been reading it like a couple chapters at night before bed, and it's been really nice. My like wind down. It's been really fun.
I have to show you this meme. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I saw that. It's me wearing shorts outside, and then it's Edward Cullen, and it's like my legs.
Okay, so I don't know if we've talked about it. Did I tell you that we watched the second Twilight movie?
Okay, tell me Andrew's thoughts on that.
I don't know if he'll watch anymore. I think the second one about did him in. I think he was just like...
That's not even the best one. He needs to keep going.
It's not. It's better than the first one. Have you seen the girl on TikTok, we've talked about it, who does Taylor Swift's boyfriend's reactions to songs? It's like all of her boyfriends, and she plays each one, like every guy she's dated, and it'll play a song, and it'll be all of their reactions to the song, like about a different guy. Okay, she's amazing, but she also does like the writer's room of TV shows and movies, and she's like, okay, like she's done all the Twilights, and so she, for the last one, she's like, okay, guys, Breaking Dawn Part 2, like here we go, and like goes through the whole thing, and she's like, and then it was all a vision, none of it happened. Like. And the rest of the writers are looking at...
You have to get to that scene and get his reaction to that.
The problem is he's like not paying... Like, Andrew is like using these movies as like background noise. Like he's like kind of watching them, but like not. I mean, he's basically just like, this is bad. Like this is so bad.
It's good.
He's like, they're recasting people. Like
not a lot of people.
It's just one person. Yeah. But I also like totally forgot about Dakota Fanning being in Twilight.
Yes. Yeah. She's like legit a part of Twilight. Like,
well, because it's like, especially like as it goes on. But you know, it's like I was like trying to explain the Volturi, and I'm like, no, like the Volturi are like bad. Like I'm and he's like, I thought the other vampires were bad vampires. I'm like, they're bad too.
They're different also bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Different kinds of bad. Like, so like there's conflict with two different groups over here. It's like, so you have like the Cullens, right? Yes. They're right here. And then you have the Volturi conflict. Then you have the rogue vampires conflict. And then you have the wolves content. But at some point, the wolves and the Cullens have to come together. Like,
like everybody, they're in conflict with everybody.
Yes. Like, nobody likes the Cullens. Okay. Like, just assume that they're not liked. And he's like, but they're good. I'm like, but they're good vampires.
They're the good ones, and that's why people don't like them.
So also justice for Rosalie. She's my favorite character still in the movies.
She's so good.
I feel like she had such, I'm like, I like her better than Bella. And I stand by the fact that Kristen Stewart was awful casting. Like, I
cannot envision anybody else in that role anymore, though.
Cast Anna Kendrick before I would have cast Kristen Stewart.
No, I can't see it.
I would have cast my foot before. She's got the personality of a wet towel, okay?
That's true. She's not like super exciting to watch, but I kind of feel like that's how...
And then I totally forgot they dated for years.
Yes.
And isn't she a lesbian now?
I think the way it works is that she was probably a lesbian then.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do believe she just married.
I know. Listen, okay, I get it. I mean, I will tell you, probably the most shocking person to come out to me has been Sophia Bush. Because I'm like,
oh, yeah.
You were married to like multiple different men and we're in like big long-term relationships with like lots of different men. And like, listen, I'm thrilled for her. This is like the happiest she's ever looked. And like, I love her journey. But Kristen Stewart, I was like, yeah, that tracks actually.
Yeah. Dylan Meyer.
I don't know who that is.
Is who?
Did you see that JoJo Siwa's with a man now?
I did see that. Somebody from Big Brother.
Yeah, I mean, like,
again, they're actually a very cute couple. Kristen and Dylan, yeah.
Okay, I'll just.
She's gotten better with age, I believe.
Okay.
I do feel like there's not really a role that I love her in, though. But I also don't watch a lot of her. I feel like her movies are not necessarily now. I feel like her movies aren't necessarily like the kinds I pick up anyway. Anyway, that was our Kristen Stewart minute.
Join us next time for the Kristen Stewart minute on Smut Show Podcast.
Okay, let's talk self-care. First of all, what's your definition? Like, how would you define self-care?
For me, I think self-care is just like something that gives me joy, that is just for me. Yeah. So it's not something I'm like doing for someone else. Like those kind of things still give me joy, and not something that like I said, like it's not like taking a shower or like brushing your teeth, like stuff you have to do. Yeah. But I feel like it can even be like an errand that brings me self-care joy is like getting my car washed. And like, yes, that's not like directly for me, but like I feel good when my car is clean. Yeah. Like I like driving around for that hour before my kids are in it again in my clean car. What is your definition of self-care?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's just like, what do you do to take care of I mean, that's so like, obviously. But what brings you joy? What fills your cup? And it can benefit other people, but yeah, I think it's more so like, what are you doing to reset?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I like the term reset. Like, when I do that like birthday solo weekend for myself, it's like my self-care weekend. It's like I do all these different things that are just for me and that give me like that self-care. By the way, sleeping also not self-care. Like important, but you like need that to live.
There's like, if it's what you need to survive, we don't count that as self-care. That's there's just difference between like self-care and like taking care of yourself almost,
That is honestly a great, yes.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself and self-care are not the same. Okay. No. So maybe we should like go back and forth on some different things we do for self-care.
Okay.
So like my biggest one for me is face masks.
Oh yeah, like, you do always have your face mask.
I love it. But even like yesterday I did an everything shower, and then I did a really good like deep face mask, and then I washed it off, and then I put under eye masks on.
Okay, so what are your favorite face masks?
So my favorite combo is pricey, but I like to exfoliate my face with the Tata Harper exfoliating face wash, and then I put their resurfacing mask on, and it makes you feel like you had a facial. Like it literally makes you feel, and like you can buy these and they last forever, because I only do the exfoliating face wash like once or twice a week. Yeah. And then I do the mask like once a week basically. Yeah. I also love from Amazon my under eye mask, the Grace and Stella ones. They're super inexpensive. I also get and all of this, by the way, is in my Amazon shop, which is linked on my Instagram, but I get the chin strap kind of masks. Have you seen those? Okay.
I have seen those. I've always wondered like if they actually do anything.
And I like the Dr. Jart like full face mask from Sephora. It's like a 2-part like bottom and top. They have different ones, and they look
like that.
You'll look like a serial killer for a little while. Yeah. But I love those. I usually take one with me when I travel as kind of like a little travel treat. Also, I am not somebody who's opposed. I will mask on a plane.
Will you?
I will. I care. I'm not going to see these people again.
Yeah.
Here, I have like no shame. When Andrew and I go to Europe in the fall, like I will be bringing my entire skincare regimen to do in the airplane bathroom. Like I'm not skipping out on skincare. Wow. Skincare for me is like a huge self-care thing that I do. I'm very, very big about that. I wish I'd started earlier. Rachel knows my tangent about going to bed without washing your face or washing makeup off. We're not about that life here. No.
I've gotten so much better about that.
My ice roller is a big one I do for skincare too. Taking the certain kind of vitamins that are good for your skin, like my probiotics, vitamin B5, really good for your skin. Very big skin person. I also, and I guess this is kind of skincare, if you're ever trying to grow out your eyebrows, because maybe you were born in 1984, and so you were a teenager at a time where plucking the shit out of your eyebrows
was like just plucked and plucked. Yeah,
very important. And so now, as an adult woman, you're like, weird that they won't grow. Something that helps eyebrows grow is castor oil. And you take like
I have seen the
tiniest dab of it, and you just like pat through your eyebrows or like your whole eyebrow area.
Yeah. And I also feel like I've seen people do that on their like lash line too.
People do it on their lash line. You can do it under your eyes and on your like 11 area. And it's supposed to like, castor oil is like the cheapest thing you can buy for skincare. You buy a big jug of it, and I've been doing this for 8 months, and I've probably used this much of the jug.
I also swear by a castor oil pack for if you're like a cysty person. I had ovarian cysts before when we were trying to get pregnant with Lainey. Like obviously most people don't like know that, but we'd been doing a bunch of sonograms and stuff as we were trying to get pregnant, and so I knew that I had a bunch of cysts on there and did castor oil packs, and the next time I went back into the doctor, all of my cysts were gone. So I'm like, I feel like it's kind of like a miracle product
if you put it in your belly button.
Okay, I've seen that, and I'm like, I'm very weirded out by that.
I'm just telling you what I was on.
What do you do? Like put it in your belly button and do what?
Go to sleep.
Just sleep. Well, what does it do?
You put like a little like patch thing over it, almost like a bandage. It's supposed to like help your gut health.
Help with digestion. I mean, I probably need that. Brian thinks I'm lactose intolerant, so.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah, I eat cheese.
Another thing I do for self-care is my working out. It is for me, working out is very mental health. I mean, it's very important for your physical health too, obviously. Sure. But like, if I do not work out in the morning, like my day feels not right because it just really sets my mind right. And going for walks specifically outside is like a big self-care thing for me too.
Yeah. Do you ever listen to Andrew Huberman, like the Huberman Lab?
No.
Okay. Brian loves it, and he sent me like a couple episodes. I don't listen frequently, but he talks a lot about just like a whole range of topics. But one of the episodes that we were talking about recently was just talking about like grounding and getting like sunlight first thing in the morning and like
touching grass.
Seriously, touching grass. But
truly, if you are in a bad mood, go touch grass with your feet.
Yeah.
Like,
go walk outside barefoot, be in the sunlight, like especially getting morning sun. So you're talking about like walking in the morning.
Yes, like I went for a walk this morning at like 7:40, right after I dropped the kids off, with my weighted vest, which listen, it was starting to get kind of warm, and I was like, this weighted vest is no fucking joke. Like,
no.
Have we talked about my weighted vest?
No, this is a new addition, I feel like.
So I got it like a month ago, and I don't use it every time because like it's really hard. And I have to be like in a very specific frame of mind to do it.
Yeah.
Because I have like a baby weighted vest. Mine's 12 pounds. I know a lot of people are doing like 16 and 20 pound weighted vest, and 12 is hard for me.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to do like 10% of your body weight or something like that. And so I do the 12, and it is, I mean, you feel good, you burn more calories. It's supposed to also help with your posture. I have awful posture.
Oh, yeah, same.
As a human.
As I sit here like
hunched over.
Yeah.
But so I went for my walk this morning, my 2.5 mile walk. I really try to get my 10,000 steps a day. I think it's important. I think it's a reason that people swear by that. But I think fitness, in whatever that looks like for you, that could be 10 minutes of yoga, that could be 2 hours at the gym, it could be Pilates, whatever. I think it's important to find what you like. I think there's a lot of fad workouts that go around, and people get like really fixated on something. And I am a hyperfixation person. Like when I like something, like, you know how I was with Peloton for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like if I find something I like, I will do it until I kill myself with it. And
Neely being like, oh, maybe I'm ADHD, or like maybe I'm an introvert. I'm like, yes, all these things that you're like, the hyperfixation. That is Brian.
I'm super sure I'm ADHD.
Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure I have undiagnosed ADHD and could very much benefit from some Adderall. Like I was reading something about that the other day, that the biggest group of people that has undiagnosed ADHD is women between 30 and 45.
Yes. Yeah, because they were not diagnosing girls when we were young.
No, because there's this just like huge misconception that that boys get ADHD because they're boys and they're rowdy. Yeah. And I'm like, ADHD can look very different. You don't have to be like a crazy hyper person to have ADHD.
Well, and even like hyperactivity can look different. Like hyperactivity can be all internal, like it can be all in your brain, like not being able to turn your brain off. And
that's how Liam is.
Yeah, that's how Lainey is too. And like inattention and all of that. So yeah, it is very a whole different book. But part of it is the hyperfixations, because Brian's the same way, where he'll get like, right now he's training for a marathon.
Oh, like mine is also with food. I eat the exact same thing every day.
Oh my gosh, I could never.
Yeah, I've eaten the same breakfast every day for like 14 years.
I do feel like breakfast is different. Like I do pretty much eat the same breakfast.
And I've been eating the same lunch for like 3 months.
Do you eat until you get like, and then you hate it, and then you're like, I gotta switch up?
No, because like I have a few different lunches that I rotate between, but this one is just so good that I think about it every day.
Yeah,
and
you're ready. You want it. You crave it.
Really good. It's a
what
really
do you
good
eat for lunch.
So I make like an egg scramble with bell pepper, spinach, and turkey bacon in it, and it's so good, and it's a lot of protein. We've talked about how I have a hard time with protein.
I'm hungry now, so all of this.
I know I'm going to make it when we stop this, and then I usually have fruit with it, like an orange or pineapple, and then a big piece of sourdough bread with olive oil.
We love sourdough.
And it's like a really good balance. Like,
yeah.
My thing with lunches wouldn't keep me full very long. Like I would eat something and I would be hungry like 2 hours later. And I'm not like that with this.
Yeah.
Like I am usually
good protein,
full till dinner. And
I think that is I do think that like feeding yourself food that you enjoy is a form of self-care.
Yes.
You know, I think not just eating because you have to eat, but eating things that you enjoy and like.
Well, and I could go into a whole tangent about like my relationship with food and the mental gymnastics of food and like my up and down, like just issues I have around food. And that might be a great podcast episode someday, because it could be like 3 hours long. Yeah. But just being able to like eat a meal with stuff that maybe you're like bread is a food that would make me feel guilty usually.
Yes.
And so being able to eat that without feeling guilty is like a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
Floral arranging, big self-care for me.
I love that.
If anybody follows my Instagram and you see my floral posts, I'm a big floral arrangement girly. It's one of my favorite hobbies that I would never do anything outside of a hobby with because I just want it to be a hobby.
Yeah.
But I get like a very big joy of spending not a lot of money at Trader Joe's, but being able to make like multiple beautiful floral arrangements from it.
Trader Joe's is the perfect place to go get.
And if you ever want to get into floral arranging and you're like, I don't know how, TikTok. Like,
yeah, you can find
TikTok is a great place to find tips on that. And it's just, I love arranging flowers, being able to look at them. I don't know if you can see my peonies back there.
I can. Yeah.
Trader Joe's has peonies right now.
Yeah.
But
I think you just hit the nail on the head with something though about like one thing that has always been tricky for me is like I get burnt out on things that I love. And so one focus that I have had in moving into my job of books, right, is making sure that books don't become a thing that I am burnt out on. So like being really protective of that space and really like if you don't want to read something, you don't have to read it. If I don't have it in me to write that day, like I don't necessarily want to force it, like those kinds of things where it's like making sure like, yes, those are technically some of those things are technically a part of my job, but making sure that I stay in. You're so clacky on your keyboard.
Sorry, I came up with it. Rachel and I were talking earlier because I was like, now we're trying this new thing where when we're recording, if we think of a good title for the episode, we like immediately write it down.
Or else we'll forget.
Or else we'll forget. And like 3 weeks later, Rachel will be like, what should we call this episode? And I'm like, I don't even fucking remember what we said on the episode.
I don't know what we talked about.
So I'm really trying to be proactive with this, but I'm sorry that hurt your ears in the process.
It was so clacky. I loved it. No, I love the sound of clacking. But anyway, with reading and writing and all of that, I think it's been one form of self-care, I guess you could call it, is like making sure I'm really protecting those things. And so one of the things that we've talked about before is not setting a reading goal.
No, I had to stop doing it. It stressed me out too much.
I'm not even tracking what I read anymore. Like
I'm not tracking what I read anymore either. That's why sometimes when you're like, what have you been reading? I'm like, hold on.
I know. I'm like, what's on my Kindle? Like, what have I been reading?
Someone actually DM'd me recently and they were like, hey, like I go to your Goodreads to see what you're reading. I'm like, feel free to ask me. But like, I really don't use that. I mean, sometimes it'll auto update and I like not delete it, but I'm like, I just like, because of the podcast, I feel like kind of to go off what you said, like when you love something and it's a hobby and then you turn that hobby into part of your work, it can get really tricky. And that's what happened with me with blogging, right? Like blogging started as a hobby and then it became my full-time job. And reading is a hobby. And then we do this podcast. And so I had to really, I guess it was about 8 months into us doing the podcast, I had to kind of reframe how I look at tracking books and reading goals, because there can sometimes be a lot of pressure for us to read certain books, like if we're having people on. And like, I am somebody that gets like pressure can be very debilitating for me in that if I have too much to do, I freeze and I can't do anything. And so with books, I was like, I have to only read what I want to read. I cannot be pressured to read something.
Well, between having people on, but then also like just feeling like the need to keep up with the newest book, and there's so many out there, it's literally impossible to do that. And so I think both of us kind of got to a point where we were like, it's not healthy for us to like try and maintain that. And you go through seasons of reading a ton of books and then not reading anything. I mean, Neely knows better than anybody, like not reading anything for months. And so
because it really does become debilitating in a way. Like being in a book rut is a big thing. And it's not that there's not great books out there, but it's like, It's kind of like when I was talking about like watching the same show over, and like I used to be a big rereader because like I was like, I already know I love this book, so I'm going to just read it again, rather than like sometimes the pressure of starting something new. And if you're not in the right mood, then it's not going to hit right for you.
And I feel like somebody recently I've seen a couple people that are like, I'm soft DNFing this book. So like, it's not that there's anything wrong with the book, or
it's just not right for you right then.
Right then. Like, it's a book that you probably would enjoy in the right point in time. But at that moment, you're just can't get into it for whatever reason. And I think that's such a great way of looking at it. It's like, okay, I'm just putting this down for now, but I might come back to it later.
That's what happened with me with Becca Mack's books, but that was also partially because I accidentally started the second one without reading the first one because I didn't know.
I mean, I feel like there have been books that have become some of my favorite books that I had to stop reading for whatever reason, and then come back to them later. So I think that's a form of self-care of like knowing.
But reading in general is a big form of self-care for me, in that when I'm having like a bad mental day and I really need an escape. And listen, TikTok is a form of self-care for me. Like, I know that mindless scrolling and doom scrolling is like not necessarily good. I don't use TikTok for that. I use TikTok for good, other than the Diddy trial recaps. But like, I love watching like organizational videos on TikTok.
Or my carpet cleaning videos.
Oh my God, I love carpet cleaning videos. But like,
I've fallen down that rabbit hole
lately.
Go
off that, like organizing stuff or like cleaning out closets is a big self-care thing for me.
I love throwing shit away
because one of my biggest anxiety triggers is stuff and clutter. Like I had a really hard time with our kitchen renovation because our house was so cluttered.
Yeah.
And even yesterday morning, like my kids, I felt like just like from being out of town in the first week of summer and end of school, like spots in our house were just really cluttered. And I like became almost like a drill sergeant. I was like, everybody stop what we're cleaning.
Yeah.
Like I was literally like,
with that too.
We're doing nothing else until this house is clean, because I also work at our dining room table. And it sometimes will become like kind of like a drop spot for stuff. And I'm like, this can't be a drop spot for stuff. This is where I work and I need it clean.
I am in a so we just got new carpet a couple weeks ago. And so we had to like take everything out of the closets and like take everything off shelves and stuff. And so most rooms are put back together, but the office is not. And so I'm literally just staring at a bunch of boxes. And then I also have a ton of boxes downstairs of like new books and t-shirts for Get Lit and tote bags and all of this stuff that our house looks like an Amazon warehouse. And it's driving me crazy, but there's nothing that I can do about it. And so that is so hard for me.
Clutter is really hard for me. Like if I can't, and I'm one of those people like, okay, do you remember, and this is like an oddly specific niche thing, and I'm sure this is still a thing, but when I was in my early 20s, especially, I had a huge walk-in closet, and I would like get dressed in there and try on clothes to like go out or go on dates or what have you. And I would throw everything on the floor. And I would throw everything on the floor. But then I would get to a point where I was like, I can't handle this anymore and I have to clean it.
Yeah.
That is usually my point where it's like stuff will like slowly build up into I have reached the point where I am like angry, stressed out. And then I have to organize it. Also, in the midst of cleaning yesterday, I had this like ceramic decorative base thing on our fireplace and I loved it. And y'all, this was like $20 from Home Goods like years ago.
Still,
and I broke it and I am so upset. I didn't cry, but I was just like, that is really unfortunate. It was like the perfect color for that spot. And I was like looking online yesterday to try to find something like it and I couldn't. And Andrew's like, I think you have to like, I think it's one of those things where you just like have to go to like a Home Goods type place.
Yeah, like see.
I also hate Home Goods. Like I love finding stuff in there, but if you are somebody who's triggered by clutter, Home Goods is not a safe space.
So I feel the same way about thrifting. Like, I've gotten into like thrifting and stuff. I have to like not go to the thrift store because I need to be like not spending money. But I think that's a form of self-care too. Like going and walking the aisles and just seeing like what cool little like trinket you find or shirt or something like that. I love that.
feel like I love getting my nails done. We know this. I talk about it. Getting my, and I know that's like a very basic, like getting your nails done, but there's something about getting your nails done and then getting like a little treat, like a coffee or a smoothie. To like I usually roll 3 drinks deep into like any sort of maintenance appointment. I have like a coffee, a water, and a smoothie. And there's something about like the combination of a nail appointment with a little treat that heals me.
Yeah.
Like it truly.
I think some people don't like getting their nails done. I've recently discovered. I didn't know that was a thing. And so I love having my nails done. I don't necessarily like my nail appointments. I wouldn't say are like super relaxing because it's not like I'm not getting like a pedicure or like the massage.
I do a pedicure at the same time, and I put AirPods in and listen to a podcast, and I'm give off a don't talk to me vibe.
Yeah. I probably need a pedicure, honestly. Like summer season, I need to go just get like one. But I love getting fun nails, and I love the like dopamine hit of like a compliment on your nails. Like when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love your nails."
I never get a fun nail, like, thank you. You guys, you can't see, but I get a very basic light pink. I actually think I might get white tomorrow. I might get Funny Bunny on my nails, which I love.
Wow, what a
I had it for when Andrew and I got married. That's the color I got, which I feel like is like a very bridal, basic color to have Funny Bunny. But I might do that. I don't know. I like what I like with my nails, and having something I don't like on my nails actually makes me more stressed.
Is there anything that is like super random that is a self-care for you that's I feel like all the ones we talk about are like pretty normal, like self-care
cleaning
things.
My makeup brushes. I did it yesterday. Cleaning my makeup brushes is like a really big, because I feel like it's something that I like put off, and I'm like, I don't have time to do it. It does not take that long. But there's just something like oddly satisfying about it. Like sitting there and like watching all the like crap come off those makeup brushes and being like, I have clean makeup brushes now.
They're clean.
Or just like organizing stuff in my bathroom and like being able to just look at it and be like, look how nice this looks. But like nothing really random. I love a rot. I love a couch rot as self-care. I love a bowl of popcorn and a couch rot. I love watching something on my big screen while I scroll on my little screen.
We have a rule. It's not really a rule. It's like nobody talks about it, but it's kind of just a thing, is that every time we swim in the summer, when we get out of the pool, we make popcorn and we sit on the couch and we rot.
Do you sit on your couch before showering from your swim?
Girl, swim is a summer shower. Oh yeah, we're like in summer bath mode. So great.
Oh no. You know that I have a hard stop on. Like here's the difference between me and Rachel.
You would hate our house. You would hate it.
If my kids play outside, they cannot sit on furniture till they've taken a shower.
Oh no, are you kidding me?
Because they smell like outside.
My kids would never sit on furniture.
If they had sunscreen on or bug spray, no, we don't touch furniture.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Y'all, this is an OCD issue for me.
Can you see Brian coming in?
No. Hi, Brian. He can't hear me, but it's fine. So in my house, we are a shower every day people.
Yes, I'm in the middle of a podcast right now, Brian. So sorry for the interruption, everybody.
We're a shower every day person. I am usually in the summer a 2 shower a day person.
No.
My kids have never gone to sleep without a bath or a shower ever.
Oh, we have
not skipped a day
more nights without a bath than we have with the bath, I would say.
My kids since birth haven't skipped a day of bathing.
No. And I feel like there's the 2 types of people in the world, because both my best friends, their kids do bath every night. Like it's a part of their bedtime routine.
I also I don't like to get in bed and not feel clean. And so I assume my kids sleep better clean. Yeah. And maybe they might not care. But my kids also are not kids who like to not be clean. Like they like to feel like Charlotte always, when she's out of the shower, she's like, I'm shiny and new. Like it's like her funny little things she says. Liam can give himself showers now, which is great.
Yeah, so nice.
So we're like, shower.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's terrified of showers. That's a whole thing.
It's hard with the hair. Like Liam doesn't have hair really to wash. And so
I don't know how long I'll have to give her showers for just because.
So I'm like, we have to help the girls still with their hair or else they would literally come out of the shower with.
It's like your hair.
Well, and hers like mine. And then Emmy's got like thick, long hair. And I'm like, if we didn't help her get that shampoo out, like she would just be walking around with shampoo.
I have to French braid Charlotte's hair every night before bed, or her hair would be like a tangled knot of nonsense. I mean,
my random self-care that I haven't been doing, but I really want to, I'm looking on my desk because it's on here somewhere, is I really want to get, you're going to laugh at me, I really want to get into Legos. So I have this like Lego floral arrangement, and I feel like that would actually be really good self-care.
Liam does Legos, and it's like weirdly calming for him.
I love like a little craft moment, like something, especially if it's something where you have the instructions, and like I don't have to be, because I'm creative in life, right? Like my job is creative. Like I get my creative energy out that way. So sometimes I just want something where you tell me exactly what to do, and I do it, and then I come out with like a great product at the end, you know.
Another random one of mine is I do Wordle every day. Like, so I do Wordle and Connections, which are 2 New York Times puzzles. And I know a lot of people do them. Like this is a very popular thing to do, but I love them. Like if I notice myself like having, like I usually do them at like 1 or 2 p.m. when I'm like, I kind of need a mental break from some other things. And I like, they take like a couple minutes, but it's like, it's like something that makes me feel weirdly accomplished when I do it.
I love it.
As a highly competitive person, because you only get like 6 chances or 4 chances or like something like that to get it.
A little something.
But I think like, honestly, I think probably like the thing that really like for me is the biggest amount of self-care is going for a walk. I think that would probably, I think like, I know we've talked about it, but I think like that's the one for me where like I feel the best after I've gone for a walk.
We've started doing very, like not every day, but we started doing after dinner walks, and we literally just like go walk down the block and turn around and come back. And it's been really nice, like little family walk after dinner.
I just got a text that Liam got hurt at camp.
Oh, awesome.
He's fine, well, I
think
but I'm like,
that means the internet
went out there for 5 hours.
Liam's hurt at camp. That's our signal to cut this off. So where can people find us?
You can find us everywhere at Smut Show Podcast, and you can find me everywhere at Neelykins, except TikTok where I'm Neely Moldovan.
And you can find me everywhere at Rachel_M Lewis. And y'all, it's been a great episode, and hopefully you got some self-care tips, and we'd love to hear what you do for self-care, so come tell us on Instagram, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.